Hello and welcome. It has been a while, actually. You can tell it's been a while. You can tell that things have been a little bit nutty here because I haven't shaved either face or head. Things look very disorganised, etc. But I figured, you know what, let's just get a video done anyway. This is the second attempt at recording this. I have had about 50 bajillion interruptions so far, it feels like. I set the previous recording away. Dexter meowed at the door to come in, so I had to let him in. Then he tried eating my light and knocking that out, so I had to start over again at that point, just sort of like keep the recording rolling, etc. Then Batman came to the door meowing to come in, so I had to let him in. Then they were both running around, making a noise. Seguta came to the door, told me off for being loud and shut the door, and then these two ran through and meowed to get out. No sooner had I let them out, closed the door to improve the soundproofing, and then come back here to start talking again where I'd left off, I just got a call from Jessica and Brian from Crooks in the Kitchen on my WhatsApp, just like a little video call thing, just to ask me a question about something in the UK, so things are going great. And that should give you a rough idea of how things have just been going anyway. Like, I've had Skype calls with my mum, Seguta's had phone calls with her family and what have you. Just multiple trips to the shops over the past couple of days. Multiple trips throughout the entire apartment complex trying to find where people live so we can get our parcels from them, because apparently DHL and DPD have taken the lockdown to mean, no, the least contact you have with people is the best, so just drop every single parcel with one person regardless of where they are. And that's annoying because there's, what is it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 stairwells in this apartment block. And there's no map showing where people live. So if you find that your parcel is with someone, you have to just start at one end and go from there. And that's been very, very aggravating. But anyway, all of that aside, and, Seguta having a couple of days off for migraines and that sort of thing, where she's just not able to be around and I have to deal with Rowan and housework and everything all at once, as opposed to, splitting the jobs between us. All of that aside, things are going okay. Not great, not perfect, just okay. I've not been 100% plant-based. I should have been, but I haven't. I got a little bit lazy at one point. The day where Seguta was recovering from the migraine and stuff, where she was still a little bit out of it, she didn't really have a plan for food, so I ended up making some barbecue stuff for her and Rowan, which was essentially just they had some burgers and chips and I had some tofu burgers for my lunch, and then for my dinner I had some tofu chicken nuggets. Yeah, it's not been wonderful. The reason I point out those two specifically as well is because I don't actually have photographs of them. I forgot to take pictures at the time. So here's all the food that I've been eating over the past few days that I've not been making videos. And, insert these 2 bad meals of a pair of burgers and some chicken nuggets and chips. Oh, and a Lindt chocolate ball, because, there was one left in the bag and I needed space for everything else that those two wanted me to get from the shops. Man, trying to get through everything and trying to do it in a concise, quick way so that I don't have to give you a 4-hour-long video is pretty difficult, actually. I just need to take a deep breath and calm down, probably. But, oh well. So, things are going As I said, okay, they're not going perfect. I haven't really been losing weight over the past couple of days, if I'm completely honest. I've actually put on a tiny little bit as well, so not feeling great about that. But someone did actually give me some advice in one of the YouTube comments about, they sort of noticed over their watching in the past couple of days, weeks, I'm not entirely sure. Apparently I eat like super low calorie and then go super high calorie. It's still like whole foods plant-based, mostly. But they sort of noticed this like pendulum thing, and that does kind of make sense. That does seem like something that I might very well have been doing without really realising it. You know, I mean, yeah, I put photographs of all my food in my videos and things, but I feel like sometimes I'm a little bit too close to it, in all honesty. Like, this is why comment feature in YouTube is a really good thing, because you can call me out on stuff. I have had a couple of people offer to be accountability partners, where it's literally like I report to them and say like, yeah, I'm doing this, and they do the same to me, like I have been okay on this, and da-da-da. But as much as I appreciate that, I think I've said this before, but I just want to cover it again just in case, because I can't honestly remember whether or not I did and how long ago it was. That is a great way of doing things for most people. I've tried it before and it doesn't really work for me. What I tend to do with stuff like that is like become really friendly with that person, and they end up coming around to my point of view on stuff, where it's like, oh, well, you know, this one thing won't hurt. And that's not great when you're both trying to be accountable to each other. So I tend to sway people to my cheaty steps as opposed to anything else. So being accountable to a giant mass of people, there's far too many of you for me to convert to my way of thinking when it comes to, you know, cheating or going off plan or anything like that. Like, I can talk around one or two people, maybe. I can't talk around over 1,500. Like, and believe me, when I started this and all the way through, I definitely did not plan for anything even close to 1,500. Maybe 15. So every single one of you is appreciated, believe me. Yeah, I need to be better. I need to get on with stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the drawing board, go through all the things that I went through at the very beginning of all of this. You know, watch some lectures from Dr. McDougall, watch some stuff from Dr. Esselstyn, and pretty much everyone. Gregor, I now can watch Game Changers again. I can watch Forks Over Knives and stuff like that. I've now got a wealth of content from Brittany Giroudi of the Giroudi family, and Brian and Jessica from Crocs in the Kitchen, and David from Making the Most of the Second Half, and Dylan and Reeves from Well Your World, and Chuck from Brand New Vegan. Hi. I'm interrupting my own video because watching everything back as I'm editing it, I realised I actually missed out possibly one of the bigger things that I should be adding in there. Ray Kronos and Juliana Hever have a channel called Science and Sorcery, and a podcast and all sorts of things. And I've now got like the Healthspan Solution and all of the other cookbooks that have come out over the past like year that are whole foods plant-based, centric, all of these various different resources. And there's so many. And I honestly can't list them all, but I had to interrupt myself so that I could plug Ray and Juliana, because, you know, without them, or like, none of this would have happened for me and probably quite a few other people as well. So, you know, throw that in there, and now back to me waffling. So I've got everything that they've done over the past year and previous to that. Whereas when I started, I just had what they had when I started. So there's a lot there that I can go through, and a lot more stuff that I can, you know, follow along with. And maybe that'll help me. in my, you know, in my weird reconciling of things and, you know, sort of allowing myself various little bits and bobs that I shouldn't allow myself, and hopefully the science that's backing it all up with regards to calorie density and all that sort of thing, I can finally come up with some way of eating where, I don't know, sort of like what I was doing at the beginning, because at the beginning I didn't cheat, I didn't go off plan those first couple of months, like, apart from the planned time on day 32, like, and that felt weird at that point. Like, I think doing stuff like I did at the beginning, maybe I'll go back and watch my own videos. I did something right. I managed to get all the way down, like, what did I lose? I lost like over 50 pounds, and then I've put a bunch of it back on. I need to do the stuff I was doing when I lost the 50 pounds. Maybe not the Mary's Minis, because I did notice when I did a Mary's Mini, after, like, at the end of the 10 days, I went a little bit nuts, and then went and did another Mary's Mini. So, I don't know. Like, I can stick to those, but I don't know. Might be a little bit too far. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm never going to do one again. I'm just saying at the moment, might not be the right time to do it. Anyway. What else is going on? Monetization is right around the corner, apparently. I'm right at the threshold for possibly starting to get paid for doing YouTube, which is kind of exciting and kind of scary. I know that now I've been doing this for over a year, videos are dropping off and viewership numbers from the very beginning videos are dropping off. So I need to make those up in some way, which hopefully I can, but I'm not terribly put out if I'm not. I've been doing it for a year and not getting paid. Extra amount of time isn't going to really matter to me. Obviously it would be nice given everything that's going on, but it's not essential. So, dearie me. What else? Is there anything else? No, not really. Yeah. I just need to get on with stuff. Oh, an update, actually. Do you remember I made vegan jerky a little while ago? I mentioned it in a video. I made the vegan jerky, and the first batch was really, really crispy and not very good, and then the second batch was, like, still really kind of like, it still had a lot of water in it, but it wasn't like, if I left it in longer, it would get crunchy and crispy, and it wouldn't be very good, and it would still have loads of water in it. I put it in the fridge, hoping that that would sort of even things out a little bit. And do you know what? It did. In fact, one of the things that I made and ate was a chicken sandwich using the tofu jerky, which was exactly the right sort of consistency for what I wanted, which was like a cured, like chewy meat thing to put in a sandwich, because otherwise it would have just been a salad sandwich, and no, that just felt a little bit weird doing. I've done it before, don't get me wrong, but, you know, having that sort of thing was actually kind of cool. Well, I don't know. There is an idea that I've been toying with for a video for, well, only a day or two, in all honesty, because it's summertime, because we're now getting into like warmer sort of temperatures and people going outside and things like that. I thought I would do a little sort of head-to-head review throwdown, if you like, of some of the plant-based burger options that are out there. Not the incredible ones that you can get, because like some of them are obviously way more better than the others, but I can't get them over here. I can get the next best thing. So, you know, just like the sort of cheaper options, like which ones are good, which ones actually taste okay, which ones can you do this with. So, I don't know, I'm toying with that idea. Whether or not I do it still remains to be seen, but it is an idea. Obviously, it won't be amazing, because it's not technically whole foods plant-based. It's like, it's tofu burgers, or like I think I've got a next level burger, a German vegan frikadellen, which is like just a burger patty essentially, and I think I've got an impossible. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I've got an impossible, next level, and a fricadella. So, I don't know. I'm still playing with that idea. Anyway, look, it's been about 15 minutes. I know that there's parts of this video that I'm going to cut out and cut down and whatnot, but whenever I say that I'm going to cut it down a massive amount, it never actually turns out to be a massive amount. It's just like half a minute or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you get on with life and all of that sort of stuff, let you get on with being with families and everything, or, you know, doing other stuff. I'll contemplate that as an idea, work on the recipe video that I've still got, even though it's not necessarily the greatest dish for the middle of summer, which is the beetroot bake. I suppose it would be like a shepherd's pie sort of thing, like lots of mashed potato and beetroot and whatnot. But I don't know. I'll work on that. I'll work on everything that I've got sitting on the back burner and try and get through it. And hopefully the next time that you see me, which I'm really hoping is going to be tomorrow night, but again, we'll see. Hopefully then I'll look a little bit more put together, and all of this will look a little bit more put together as well, and I won't be talking a million miles to the dozen, because I'll have de-stressed and decompressed and just chilled a bit. Okay? Cool. That's the hope. Whether it comes to fruition, we'll see, but, you know. Right. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm really sorry it's been a couple of days since the last video, but, you know, we're here, and I'm still following what I should be following. So, have a good one, and hopefully I'll see you in the next day or two. Bye-bye.